Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how to stop thieves from using Wi-Fi jammers to break into your home. Everyone's been focused on regular cyber criminals that we sometimes forget that traditional crime occurs. Criminals are still breaking into cars, breaking into homes, and stealing your valuables from your home and taking your personal property from your home and in your yard. That's what I should say that wireless technology has prevented a lot of that from occurring. It's estimated that probably 60% of thefts are prevented because people are using smart home devices such as wireless ring cameras, wireless cameras in general, and just overall smart home technology that is preventing criminals to break into homes. But unfortunately, criminals seem like they're always ahead of the pack because they're always thinking of new and inventive ways in order to steal your valuable information and your property. Hence, the introduction of or criminals using Wi-Fi jammers to break into your home and other devices. Because what is a Wi-Fi jammer? Let's start with that. Well, let's go back a little step. Let's talk about the fact that we all have wireless stuff. So wireless, at the most part, is not hackable, especially if you're using a it's encrypted wireless device or connection for your home Wi-Fi items. That means you've got a password that you have to enter in to access your wireless devices. So when you're connecting your smartphone or your tablet, your computer, or even your smart camera system like your Ring doorbell or Blink camera system, those all have to be connected with wireless devices. And with them being encrypted, like most routers come out of the box with an encryption, then it makes it virtually impossible for criminals to hack that Wi-Fi signal and get to your devices. Also, if you're one of the consumers that's using either the Verizon Smart Home or the T-Mobile Home Wi-Fi, those cellular connections which you can connect your smart home devices to are secure as well. So it's pretty hard for criminals to actually hack into that wireless technology. Hence the introduction of Wi-Fi jammers. Now, what is a Wi-Fi jammer? Now, Wi-Fi jammer is a device that can disrupt or intercept the signal of your router. In most instances at home and at work, you have a router that routes, I love that word, routes all the traffic between your devices, giving each device its own address and allows all of your devices to have equal access to the internet and in some instances be able to connect computers to share files, printers, you name it. A router does quite a bit. But the challenge is routers can be broken into, so criminals have thought, well, why don't we just interrupt the wireless signal and confuse all of those smart home security devices so that we can get in without being identified? That's why Wi-Fi jammers come in. I hope I didn't say Wi-Fi. Let's say it again. Wi-Fi jammers come in. Now, jammers work like this. Different varieties. You've got jammers that can block your wireless signal. You've got jammers that can cause disruption to your cellular signal, and there are even Wi-Fi jammers for your Bluetooth connection. Now, how in the heck is a jammer going to stop me from seeing if a criminal is connecting to my device? Pretty darn simple. Once a criminal sets that jammer up, then it will disconnect all of your smart home devices like your Ring camera and your Blink camera system. Anything wireless is going to have interference because the purpose of a jammer is to send out a stronger signal than what your home wireless is doing. When that happens, those devices get disrupted and it's easy for criminals to either break in without being detected and they won't be identified by your smart home camera system. Now, how prevalent is a Wi-Fi jammer attack? few and far between, but there have been professional criminal groups that have used jammers in order to prevent being identified and to easily break into a smart home. Now, although this is currently a few and far between thing, it's something that you realistically need to think about, because as more people evolve from traditional camera systems to Wi-Fi systems, criminals want to find a way to get into homes and even businesses without being detected. Now, the most important part of the video: how can you prevent Wi-Fi jamming from occurring in your home or business? Well, the first thing is to utilize wired devices more so than your wireless technology. Now, Wi-Fi is popular because it appeals to the DIYers who want to go out and install systems themselves without the expense of running Ethernet cable or hiring a company to come in and set your stuff up. Now, the same can be said for these wireless systems like Ring, Blink, Nest, any of those products that allow you to connect wirelessly. Helps them sell a lot of products if people think that they can install these items themselves and save a little money on labor. But the truth of the matter is, many wireless devices are complicated to set up. So in a lot of instances, you should have a professional come set those devices up. But as far as Ethernet is concerned, Ethernet can't have a Wi-Fi jammer interfere with the Ethernet signal or the wired connection signal with your computers in your smart home. So if all possible, if you're building a home, make sure you wire that home to have Ethernet access in every room and for some of your outside items. Now, if you don't have Ethernet access in your home, maybe you call a professional crew who can somewhat run Ethernet. Because normally with Ethernet, once your home or business is already established, it's kind of hard for installers to install Ethernet connections to connect wired cameras to your devices. But if you have that ability, at least connect some of your stuff with a wired connection as opposed to Wi-Fi. Next is you want to, if all possible, to connect your wired devices using WPA3 or WPA2. More likely WPA2, because WPA3 offers a little bit more security against Wi-Fi jammers. So if you have the capability with your router and your newer devices, connect them using WPA3, and that way you will not be as susceptible to falling to a Wi-Fi scammer. Next, it would be a good idea to connect all of your devices using the 5 gigahertz connection as opposed to 2.4. Most of your wireless scammers use, or jammers, not scammers, jammers and scammers use 2.4 gigahertz as their signal to block. If you are using 5 gigahertz, or what I would call 5.0, you can avoid criminals from getting access to your home and disrupting your network. Again, 5 gigahertz under most circumstances offers faster internet connection, but the range is not as far. Many of your smart home devices are connected with 2.4 for the simple fact that 2.4 was the standard, and it allows the wireless connection to reach to those Wi-Fi devices that may be on your Ring doorbell or on your Blink or Nest camera system. So take that in consideration as far as using 5 gigahertz. Next, consider installing multiple access points around your home. Now, under most circumstances, your router is going to be your main connection that all of your devices connect to. But if you have wireless access points like Ubiquiti access points that runs an Ethernet cable from your router to a range extender, then that makes it harder for criminals to try to reach every area of your home to block the Wi-Fi signal. Now, under most circumstances, if criminals are installing jammers, they're going to be on the outside of your house, which is going to block the Wi-Fi or router connections that are closer to the front. Things like your Ring doorbell, things like some of your cameras. Most of those are going to be installed in the front. So a jammer would work as far as you not being able to see a criminal in the house. But if you've got a robust wireless range extender system in your home, it's a good possibility that that range extender system could help prevent criminals from using jamming technology to break into your smart home. But other things that you can do as far as making sure that it makes your home less attractive to criminals breaking in, because think about it, criminals case your place. I like that rhyme. They do case your place before they break in. They don't just come in unannounced. They do a little surveillance. So some of the things that you can do is to make sure that your home isn't listed on Zillow. You can go to Zillow and some of the other real estate sites and make sure that your site is taken, or your house is taken off of that site. And then don't forget old school tactics when it comes to making your house unattractive for burglary. So for example, you could use your smart home devices to make sure that you make your house look like it's lived in all the time. Lights that come on automatically, alarm systems that set themselves automatically, and even smart appliances like your television and radio that you can hook up to smart technology to have them come on at specific times so that criminals think that someone is always there. Be sure, and I know this sounds silly, to lock your doors and windows. Most people don't think about that when it comes to protecting their home. Now, what about your personal property outside? If you think someone's going to steal it, bring it inside. Don't make it an attractive gift to criminals. Same thing with items in your garage, including your car and your car that may sit out in the driveway. Make sure cars are locked. Maybe in this day and age, install a club on your car, and make sure that valuables are hidden in the trunk. And more importantly, if you got a garage door opener, make sure it's either hidden or bring it in the house so criminals can't just open the door and walk their way into. And also consider some smart home alert systems so that if someone is coming in, you will get an alert on your phone. Smart garage door openers, smart doors or front doors and back doors can alert you to if a criminal is getting into your house. So keep that in mind. Also, one other thing I was going to mention, if you have a smart alarm system, sometimes it's a good idea that you have devices that connect to cellular once they lose a Wi-Fi connection. That way, if someone breaks in, you'll be alerted to, or emergency services will be alerted to you if your home is broken into. And then finally, as far as smart cameras are concerned, consider getting smart cameras that have an SD card installed in them so that they can record if it loses wireless. Most smart cameras are designed to save information to the cloud, but if you lose internet connectivity, there's no way that you can get to the cloud. So the best thing to do is, if you've got Wi-Fi cameras, make sure there is some onboard storage on those cameras as well, so it'll still record the crooks even if you lose Wi-Fi. So with that said, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you to find out if there's ways that I can help you keep your smart home safe and prevent criminals from using Wi-Fi jammers to get onto your devices. Also, with every video, if you liked this video, be sure to comment, like it, and share it with your friends who I know that you have and that struggle with technology that they use every day. Now, the purpose of these videos is to provide computer tips and tricks that will help you get the most from the technology you use at home and at work. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So, with that said, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.